Good morning. It's stage 8 and we're into week 2 of the Tour de France challenge. And life is going to add a little extra challenge this week too, because my lovely wife is in the UK visiting family. So for 5 days I need to look after the farm by myself. So I think it means that these trips are going to be very short. So we're in Serra d'Almos. You can see on the left hand side here there's this line. It's where fibre optic has been fitted. Fibre optic is now being fitted to every village, every tiny little village in Catalonia as part of an EU programme to make sure that everyone has access to high-speed internet. It's not a company doing it, it's the government doing it with part EU funding. Just saying. So just ahead of us there, that is the Pico de Galgo, or Greyhound Peak. You can sort of imagine it's a flank of a greyhound with its head laying down. Don't want to get that corner wrong. And I'll always unashamedly show you Divisa, because that is picture postcard, isn't it? Now we've got this lovely downhill, even though it's a main road. It's a little bit straight, but you know how your legs are doing on any day by seeing how close you can get to 80, or often how big the tailwind is. I've got a slight headwind this morning, so I should be able to do about, I don't know, 72 maybe. Find out in a minute. Don't know how I did. Have to wait until we get back. Felt quite fast. Not 80. Right, well, it's a bit of a weird up the nose shot, but if it works, at least it means I can talk to you while I'm putting the bike away. That's the end of the ride. 29 kilometers, so quite short for me, but gets the job done. So we're well into week 2 of the challenge, and I'll see you tomorrow. Make the most of the street lights. So it's stage 9. Stage 9 today. And I think I've got to go and find a mountain. Hoping now it's bright enough to see me. So we're off in search of a mountain. Now, it's going to be a small mountain. Yesterday was quite a tough day, trying to fit everything in. I actually managed to finish work at about midday, but that was too late. I'd overheated, so I had to go and stand in the shower for ages, just trying to get my body to cool down a bit. It was only 40 yesterday. They promised 42. They're promising 42 again today. So it's a good idea to get out early, but I'm going to do a short mountain. This is a normal loop that I do, and it's a 2-hour loop. Well, yes, I'm starting early, but I'm going to use that to get my chores done instead. So I'm going to go up to the top, and then I'm going to turn around and come back again. Just realised that if it was a boar that the dogs were barking at last night, I would have caught it on the trail cam. I've got a wildlife camera which is set out there, so fingers crossed we might see a nice boar or two. Just made it to the top of the first one. It's about, well, I'll tell you, it's exactly 200 metres high. Never knew that. So I said I might be, this might only be a 45-minute ride. Well, it's been 48 minutes and I'm still going up. I just you get your teeth stuck into something, you want to keep going, don't you? That's where it changes from 12% back down to about 8 at the moment. It goes down further. So I'm going to do the sensible thing. When I get to the top of this col here, I'm not going to push on to the very top, but I'll turn around there. So I don't think I can show you the descent without the chest cam. That was quite a workout. Anyway, I feel I've done justice to stage, what's it again, 9? I think the pros are doing a bit more than me. They're pros, aren't they? Alright, I'll call it a day for this one. Well, I'm not very happy. So I've just come out for stage 10, hilly, and I had a little bit of a lie-in because we had boar through again. So it's 7, or just before 7. I haven't had dawn yet. Well, not quite. And I come out and I've got a flat. Okay, that's not a problem normally. But when I had my disastrous day, I had 3 punctures. I used up my tube and my puncture repair kit, or rather the rubber vulcanizing stuff. And I used up my super fast repair patches. Anyway, I haven't been able to get replacements sent to me because there was a complete cock-up with a courier. He tried to say that he delivered, but there was no one here. Well, that's rubbish. And then he said he'd phoned 3 times, also rubbish. And I've got a flat. I can't fix it. My spare has got a slow puncture on it because I can't fix that. I've got such a tiny window today that I feel really frustrated, as you can probably tell, because I'm ready to go and I can't go because I've got a puncture, just a puncture. So stage 10, I'm now 2 stages behind because I won't be able to go later in the day. It's been absolutely furiously hot. Yeah, I'm sure you understand. See you whenever the next one is. What are you doing in there, sunshine? I can see what you're doing. Very little. Very little. I'm whole again. No, not because the bike's back on the road. My wife's back. drafting tractors. They stink, absolutely stink. Just been sprayed by another one that was doing its spraying its trees. Stinky things. I'll find somewhere to show you the view. That looks like a likely spot. Oh yes. Yeah, it's fine. Put on. Come on, Grandad. Well, that was exactly what I needed for today. Beautiful ride, 55 kilometres and a new road, and it was newly tarmacked, so fabulous. And on to tomorrow, which I think is Alpe d'Huez. See me? Well, it's stage 12. And I'm already on the hardest part of Montcardo, which is the first bit, just climbing out of the village of Rasquera. Little flat bit. So news, oh dear, it looks like my wife's caught COVID, so we're going to be testing her this morning when I get back. Well, hope she's going to be alright. Knock-on effect, so it's going to be back to even shorter rides. I've got another animal to look after. I don't mean it, darling. It's such a fabulous climb. On the Rasquera side, it's just a beautiful climb. You're cycling up lots of terraces that in the past have all been farmed quite intensely. Not so many now. A lot fewer people here prepared to do that sort of work. So a lot of the terraces are like this. They've got old almonds on them, but not tended, like I said. I do love this style of crash barrier rather than the metal ones just further up. Look, I mean, they're not really going to help, are they? Oh, hello. The balneary or spa of Cardo. It was once a monastery. It's been through various iterations, but it was first a monastery, and scattered around all the peaks around here are hermitages. I can't quite remember how many, it might be 9, but the monastery was bought out and it became a spa with a dance hall and all sorts, all the way up here. If you wanted a more in-depth view of this ride, then I've got Climbing Cardo, one of my earliest ones, which I sort of take a bit longer in going up and down, and also there's a ride in amongst the Tour de France challenge last year where I came up Cardo on a mountain stage, so you should be able to narrow it down a little bit if you do want to have a look. I talk about the history of the place, because this was due to be a 6-star luxury hotel and casino, but there are some stumbling blocks, and in the distance I can hear the jangling of goat bells. They're on the hill that way. We're going to see if we can see them, but I'll put you on the chest cam because the descent is amazing. You just can't take it too fast because every bend is completely blind. I know this is a complete dead end, 9-kilometre dead end. People do come up here because of the views are so spectacular. So even though it's stupidly early, 7:30, there could still be someone coming up, so you just can't tank it. So don't expect too much, but the views are unbelievable. So I'll see you on the next one. If I'm not COVIDed up, that is. Struggling to get you on the chest cam. There we go. Right, let's go and have a play. Here we go again. Stage 13, flat. Very, hopefully a very uneventful day. I need an uneventful day. And I need not to be attacked by cats in the night. And I need the dogs not to listen to boar. Another night exactly the same. It's quite hard work doing everything and looking after my wife as well, poor thing. It's yeah, much more of a challenge this year than it's been other years. It's the first time in 3 years that I've thought, let's just chuck it in, hoping not to. I haven't really chucked things in for a long time, but it's always at the back of your mind, isn't it? Just a quick word about Chris Froome and Alpe d'Huez yesterday. That was fantastic. I've been saying really since his crash that he's the only one who doesn't know that he's never going to be fit again. He's so determined. So he gets in the break. He comes third on Alpe d'Huez, ahead of all of the main GC guys. Fantastic performance. Good luck to you, Chris. And that's just in case he tunes in and watches a large man in Lycra riding around Spain. You never know. You never know. Might be bored one night. I wonder if Jaco's ridden again. One of the many dozens of Civil War sites around here, which one day I'll do. I'll collate and we'll do the lot in one go. Might be a long video, that one, probably an hour. So it's optional, isn't it? You know, I'm going to click. So that's week 2 of the challenge complete. No, it isn't. I'm 2 behind now, aren't I? But I've swapped a hilly for a flat. So I'm now a flat and a hilly behind rather than 2 hillies. It all makes perfect sense. Anyway, I'll see you for next week. Have a good weekend. And of course, thanks for watching.